listening to the devil himself, Mr. Mick Jagger, singing Dancing with Mr. D. Alright. Get a little lower just a little bit. And I'm listening to an album called Goathead Soup, the 1973 release by the Rolling Stones. Oops. Take that out. The Gateway. Of course, the boys are kind of masked up there in some kind of material. And of course, it has this insert picture inside. Goathead soup. Yummy, yummy. What's that recipe? Anyway, I'm going to get going on this. I'm doing something different type of video I've ever done before. Is I'm going to do a album review or introspective of an old album that I grew up listening to, and you know I really love, and gone on to get it on the this 1990s reissued on Virgin Records on CD. Virgin issued all their catalog from Sticky Fingers on through my memory, okay, on through Some Girls and Tattoo You back in the 90s with authentic, full, artwork inside. So, Goathead Soup, released August 1973. It was the follow-up to Exile on Main Street. It shot up to #1 and helped very much with the single Angie, the classic song Angie. I just love that song. Good winter type of song. And this album was considered the end of the Stones' golden period. The Beggar's Banquet through Exile period. And I will admit that was a special period during their creative output, and it still stands today. And the next set of albums were kind of looked down upon or did not get the critical review, although they sold very well. The Goathead Soup, It's Only Rock and Roll, and Black and Blue. And the funny thing was, during this time this was about the time I started becoming a Stones fan, because I was coming of that age, 13, 14, 15, got interested in music and buying records, and the Stones catalog prior to Goathead Soup was already out, and so what are they doing now? And I really felt kind of these lukewarm reviews. I'm coming to the buffet now, and they're telling me that the good food is gone. Goathead Soup, It's Only Rock and Roll, and Black and Blue were special to me because I was coming into my coming to age of when I started buying records and got interested in the Stones. So that's how I discovered them, through those records. And of course I got caught up on the back catalog. Goathead Soup followed Exile on Main Street about 2 years later. And if Exile on Main Street was the wild, drinking, dope smoking, shooting, whatever party, then if that was Exile, then Goathead Soup was the hangover. Because it's quieter, more perspective. And I got a great song on there called 100 Years Ago. the lyrics were, it's a quieter album. The lyrics, I think, were more perspective. There's some good rock and roll on it too, don't get me wrong, but it just didn't have that sonic boom as Exile. And I think the songs are very good, did not quite measure up to the songs on Beggar's Banquet and Let It Bleed, but they're pretty good. And this was about the time Keith was really, had really sunk into his, let's just call bad habits. And I don't think he really came back as a creative force in their recordings until Some Girls. Mick Taylor was still the guitarist, the rhythm guitar. Well, Keith's the rhythm guitar, but the lead guitars are, Phil took Brian Jones' place. And a lot of people cite the that era with Brian's replacement as being Mick Taylor as being their favorite era of the Stones. But let me find the. This has some really good songs on it. Dancing with Mr. D, 100 Years Ago, Coming Down Again, Nicky Hopkins on piano, Do 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 Heartbreaker, which was the follow-up single to Angie, and it went top 20. Angie, of course, went to number 1. Silver Train, Hide Your Love, Winter is especially a good song. I Can Hear the Music, and Star Star. I did a Wikipedia of this, and at the time of release, Jagger said, I really felt close to this album, and I really put all I had into it. I guess it comes across that I'm more into songs. It wasn't as vague as the last album, which was Exile, which kind of went on so long that I didn't like some of the things. There's more thought on this one. Okay. Critical reaction. Go Ahead Soup is, wait a minute, critical reaction. The album was very, the critical reaction was very at the time. Bud Skruppa called the album one of the year's nicest musical experience, Rolling Stone magazine, while Lester Bangs, who was a huge rock critic at the time, described the effort in Cream, saying, there is a sadness about the Stones sounds because they amount to such an enormous so what. The sadness comes when you measure not just one album, but the whole sense that they're putting across now against what they once meant. Quieter, coming down again, coming down again. I'll play for a minute. Share your thoughts, there's nothing you can hide. That's Keith vocals. She was dying to survive. So, the Goathead Soup through Black and Blue period was a good period I liked. And then there was another period which I think they did better albums, and that was the Some Girl through Tattoo You, and they had a couple of lukewarm albums, Undercover and Dirty Work, but kind of got back on track with Steel Wheels. But that's for another video. So my memories of being 14 years old and going out and buying this and really digging it and hearing it be panned. I got to say, if you get a chance to, pick this up, here's my original vinyl copy. It's kind of worn and it's playing right now. It has skips, but go out and give it a try. I think you'll be quite surprised. If you want a nice, quiet Stone album, a lot of people expected this to be all rowdy and, hard, but it's really just a nice, quiet album to sit down to. The songs are good, melodic, the playing's good, so, give it a try. Thank you for listening. Please, I welcome your comments. Bye-bye.